Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day we are going to start the detailing process on this Subaru STI. Now, I have detailed or paint corrected a few cars in the past, but I'm still a complete noob at it. I've realized after watching a bunch of other professional YouTubers, for example, Ammo NYC, he has a bunch of good tutorials on this, that I have been doing so many things wrong. And that's probably why my cars never turn out. They turn out good, but I know they could turn out better. I do have one of my buddies coming over. He'll be here in a little bit to kind of help with this process. He's done a bunch of research as well and detailed his own car, and it turned out really good. And also having two people instead of one should make this process go a little bit faster. Plus, it's gonna be a lot more fun just having someone else to detail with. The first thing I wanna do is get the car out of the shop. We obviously have to give it a bath. It's completely disgusting. And then I'm gonna pull out both of these cars just so we can have a complete open shop to work in on the STI and not worry about getting any buffing compound or any sort of crap on those cars. The paint on this thing is super freaking bad. There's really deep scratches everywhere. We have a dent right there with missing paint, so I'll probably just fill that in a little bit. It's still gonna be a dent, of course. Look at how disgusting this paint is. I'm not exactly sure if we're gonna get the whole complete car done today. We can get as far as we can, and if we don't finish it up, we can come back tomorrow. Let's get the cars out of the shop. Let's get the STI cleaned up. Let's get the shop cleaned up. I'm gonna get a few tables set up. Thankfully, we have nice LED lights in here now as of a couple months ago. So I don't think I've detailed with these lights before, and then I have some soft boxes downstairs as well that we can set up for the sides of the car. So let's get started. All right, so we got the whole shop cleaned out. What I'm gonna do now is just pull out the pressure washer, give the car a good bath, and then we can get it in the shop and get to work. You're an hour and a half late.
Looks good.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. The paint came out nice.
It's my paint job?
Yeah.
It's okay. It could be better. But I mean, for a first time job, it's...
Was that the side of the hood that needed to be fixed?
Both sides did. Look how bad this paint is though. We're gonna have fun with this paint job, huh?
Yeah, it's just super oxidized.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing is
It's
nasty.
gonna look so good though.
So we got the car all cleaned up and we got her in the shop. Jared, say hi to the vlog.
What up?
This is my buddy Jared. He's gonna be helping out today. He is a professional.
I'm not a professional.
Okay, so what are we gonna start with? Clay bar? Clay
Yeah,
mint?
we're gonna clay bar and then clay bar the entire thing, clean it with IPA, and then start using a cutting compound.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff that I resprayed, like the hood, mainly the hood and the top of the wing, there's a lot of dirt in there. So I want to figure out how to wet sand the dirt out before we actually buff out those panels, which that is very new to me. So I'll try to figure that out later on. Right now, we are just going to run through clay bar or clay mint the whole thing and then start buffing, I suppose.
Wow.
Pretty nice paint.
Yeah.
So the car is all cleaned up now with the clay bar. What's next? Wipe down?
Yeah, IPA wipe down.
IPA wipe down, and then we buff?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's nothing else on, like no waxes or sealants or anything on the paint. Get it naked.
I feel it. So the car is all cleaned down with IPA. Right now we're gonna run through and tape off all this plastic trim and taillights. That's about it.
We're getting there.
We got the car all taped down. What's the next step, Jared?
Do a test spot just to see how much it's going to take to get it looking good.
And to see how good it's gonna look.
And to see how good it's going to look.
This is the best part. What we're gonna do, essentially, is try to paint correct one side of the tape line, correct?
Yeah.
So buff right here and not on this side, and then peel the tape back, and we can see the difference, and we need to see how many passes we need to do.
Yeah, so just ideally we want to remove as little paint as possible. Do one step, see how much it takes out, and roughly how many passes it's going to take to get like 90 to 95% correction. Yeah, just find out what the least amount we can do is to get it looking really good, basically.
Yeah, easy enough. I usually do like 4 or 5 steps, honestly, but now that I know that you don't need to do that many steps, it should go quite a bit faster. Maybe like 2 steps with a few passes, but that's what we're gonna do right now, is see how many passes we need. How many passes? That was 5?
Yeah, that was 5. Definitely took some out. There's a lot of scratches in this.
Yeah.
So let's see. Over there versus...
There's a lot of deep scratches in here.
Yeah, there's some deep ones. So you can start seeing more of the flake though now.
It's definitely a lot better. It's a lot better. So 25 passes later, this is what we are ending up with. Oh yeah, that looks good, dude. There's a lot of deep scratches that won't come out, like
this one right here.
Like,
I didn't really hit this, so that's the thing is, the worst part, this is what it looked like at first.
That's nasty.
If we come over to like here, there's still some, like the thing is
So you stopped somewhere near.
yeah, I didn't go over much of this, so it's possible that a lot of these will come out still. But the ones that I've hit, like I've hit this a bunch of times and it's still there, so that's probably,
a whole ass key mark though.
so that's probably not gonna come out.
Let's do the whole door.
Yeah.
And polish the door, and then should we pull it outside in the sun?
Like fully do it, or like
full,
all the way?
yeah, 100%.
And then that'll give us an idea.
Game plan right now is to get the door 100% complete, pull it out in the sun, see how it looks. From there, we should know if we need to do more or not. But I think as of right now, we're at 25 passes with the heavier abrasive compound. Polishing should go a lot faster than the cutting. Jared just finished up the first step on this rear door. How many passes was that total? 20?
Yeah, well, the cross, so each time we do a square, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
This paint is really bad.
More than 20, definitely.
So he's gonna polish it real quick, and then we're gonna pull it outside and look at the difference. It already looks way better, way better. So he's gonna polish just the front section of the door and leave the rear not polished, and so we can get a side-by-side comparison of what polishing actually does. That's nice. That's real nice.
Make sure this is all wiped off.
The whole door is buffed out. Just the front section of that door is polished. So we're gonna pull it outside right now and get a little side-by-side comparison, see how good it looks. A little cold start for the boys. Woo. Actually looks kind of cool with all the yellow tape on it. How good will she look? I'm actually kind of nervous right now. It's probably gonna be really swirly out in the sun. What do you think?
A little bit of a hologram effect here.
So it's really, really hard to tell outside the difference because the sun is so harsh right now, but you can clearly see how much shinier the door is versus the front door or the rear quarter panel. So this is the before on the front door, and that's an after. We'll bring her out. I'll do my side, you do your side.
Yes, sir.
We got the roof all finished up. I ended up busting out the rotary for the roof because it was pretty shitty.
It was bad.
It looks really good from a distance, but when you get close, you can see. So that little area right there is all the way through the clear coat. So that won't come out, but as a whole, the roof looks really good. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
And I also got really bored and annoyed, so I got some White Claws. Cheers. There's no way we can get the whole car done today. So if we get step one done today on the doors and quarter panel and pillar, that'd be dope, because on the fender I have to wet sand because that was resprayed and there's some dirt in there, and then everything that I painted, like the hood and the bumpers, I need to wet sand as well because there's a lot of orange peel and there's a lot of dirt as well. So this is where we are at right now. We have the door, we have the front door fully buffed out, the rear door fully buffed out, the roof is completed. This quarter panel and both of these doors are completed as well. Actually, I guess I shouldn't say they're completed. They're just done with the first step, which is like, I call it the buffing step. And then I call the second step the polishing stage. This is definitely taking a lot longer than I originally expected, but it's okay because it's coming out the best I've ever been able to do. It looks absolutely amazing. We were able to get those 5 passes down to like 2 to 3 passes by simply just going a lot slower with the DA, applying a little bit more pressure, a little bit more speed on the DA as well. So that in itself is shaving off a ton of time. The main thing I'm really worried about and concerned with is wet sanding all the parts that we sprayed out. The main part being the hood, because there's so much dirt in the hood. The rest of the car is turning out, I would say like a 9.5 out of 10, especially being a 2006. It's like 14-year-old paint, and it is turning out super good. I just finished up this quarter panel. You can see how flat it is, how little left scratches there are, and it's not even polished yet. I am gonna do a ton of research tonight, try to figure out the best possible way to wet sand out not only dirt, but also try to match the orange peel on the parts that we sprayed to the original factory Subaru orange peel. Of course, there's a little bit of orange peel in all the factory Subaru stuff, but the stuff I personally sprayed, there is way too much orange peel. It doesn't match whatsoever. I'll do a ton of research tonight, try to figure that out, but it's already 5 p.m. We started at 8 a.m. I believe. It's already 5, so we're 9 hours deep in this detail already, and we're not even halfway done with the car. I hope we can really get it finished up tomorrow, maybe start a little bit earlier, work a little bit later. But honestly, if it goes past tomorrow, I don't really care because I'm just super stoked with how this thing is turning out. We were originally expecting to get the whole car done today, but of course that is not gonna happen. I'm sure once I get a little bit more experience, I can go quite a bit faster, probably twice as fast. I love learning new things. I have detailed in the past, but obviously not at this level to where it's turning out this good. I am definitely gonna do some more research tonight and throughout the next, I don't know, before the next detail, I guess, try to figure out quicker little tips and tricks along the way to make this go faster. And I don't know, I guess it can't really turn out better, but just to speed it up a little bit so we can detail a full car in one day. That'd be dope. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. That is gonna be it. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we can get this thing finished up tomorrow. If we can finish up the paint correction tomorrow, we may even be able to move on to ceramic coat, which that brings up another question. Like, I don't know how long we need to wait before we ceramic coat the pieces that we just painted. I'm guessing it's gonna be a few more weeks, if not a few more months. So we'll figure that out at a later date. Peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.